M&T Bank Stadium features some of the best amenities of any sports facility in the world, and the fans here are some of the loudest. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The offense will start at the 20-yard line.
Playmaker, step up right now. Take off the top.
The pass is away, tips it away, and they can't complete the first down pass attempt. Second down coming up.
Let's go. Let's go right here. Let's go. Go.
Rolling right, passes.
And I can tell you this, there's nothing that defensive backs hate more than to have one of those big tight ends in the open field running right towards them.
Ground the ball carrier. He's dropped for a loss.
Well, that's what happens when defensively you get every gap covered. There is simply nowhere to go with the football. No chance for the running back that time.
Throws it. He makes another reception on the drive. It's been a remarkable season for the tight end, who just surpassed 1,000 yards receiving.
And this tight end is really the great equalizer on this team. Anytime you try and bring pressure, bring a blitz, he is going to be left in one-on-one situations, and he's almost impossible to cover with that big body in one-on-one spots.
Short pass to his left. They push him out of bounds, and now they have first and goal. He gunned that one in there for the first down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, they don't move their arm any faster. You see him driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
Boulware has it for the touchdown. The Ravens are able to score the game's first point.
Just a great route that time. No way that he wasn't going to catch that football and score with that one. That was beautiful.
Up and good. Let's take a look at the sprint drive summary. He'll down it in the end zone.
Let's see what they do with the play calling here. The last thing you can afford to have happen right now after that big drive is to go 3 and out.
The halfback with the carry. The stop was made by James Butler. A 5-yard gain, and that will bring up second down. Gets the pass out. James Butler is there to bring him down.
It's one of the dangers. You bring those extra defenders trying to get after the quarterback, and you're going to leave some man coverage on the outside. That time the quarterback able to take advantage.
Throws it out. Cox makes the tackle.
And that was a little hum baby coming out of there from the quarterback. We've all heard about how strong his arm is, and we saw it there.
They'll give it off here. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. Jackson picks up about 4 yards on the play. Going deep with this one. Wesley was his intended target.
Playmaker, step up right now.
Jackson gets another handoff. James Butler is there on the tackle.
And it's not very often that I get really excited about defensive line play, but that time the guys up front on defense were just overpowered.
He just showed off his incredible leg strength there. What a kick.
Wow. Can you believe he made that? That's my expert analysis there. Wow.
He gets out to about the 22-yard line.
The Ravens look very strong that last offensive possession. They capped it off with a touchdown. Those are exactly the types of drives coaches love to see unless you're on the defensive side.
Langford makes the tackle.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes and That time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
They go with the toss. Breaks one, and now he can work. Makes his way to about the 38 before he's brought down. Throws it short. And he's depleted at the 44.
You know, that's not one of those plays that's a huge gain by any means, but that's really the essence of an offensive game plan. You have to start hitting some of those short intermediate routes, and that begins to open everything else up.
Again with the run. Brown gets 3 yards on the carry. Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert. Dumps it out right. The stop was made by Crawford.
It really is so much the key to football. You talk all the time about you have to establish the run. Well, there you see why. You establish the run, and then you come with the play-action pass. Just so hard to defend.
Here's the pass. Crawford makes the tackle.
The Ravens are putting together a good-looking drive here. That's their 3rd first down.
Short throw to the left. That incompletion will bring up 2nd down. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Here's a handoff left side.
And let's give credit to the defense. They had a great push there. They got in the backfield, took control of their own gaps.
White 18. White 18. Go.
Makes the catch.
Screen passes like that are real confidence builders for the quarterback. They get a completion, a nice little gain, and they know they're not going to get hit.
And he missed it wide left.
Yeah, and I think the cold weather is really playing a factor here. Don't forget that they bring in those K-balls or the kicking balls off the sideline. But when it's this cold, you talk to the kickers, and they say it's just like kicking rocks.
No one can come up with it. Butler had the coverage on the play. Jackson takes the handoff.
And you love to see those linebackers playing downhill like that. Not just flowing sideline to sideline, but attacking and trying to get in the backfield.
And he's hit as he throws. The defense had their number during that last series as they go 3 and out.
Not a very creative sequence of play calling that time. They just never seem to get anything going on that drive.
They get him at the 24-yard line. They'll go to work at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hands it off. He didn't get back to the line.
Yeah, it really just throws you off rhythm to have a play that gains nothing. You know, you're going to get something, 2, 3, 4 yards, and it keeps you in that rhythm. But when a defense makes a play like that, it really throws your offense off.
Stiff arms, and the defender still makes the tackle.
Nice play that time. The defense came with the blitz there. He made a good read, delivered a nice ball in there to the open man.
Gives to the back. Cuts back, and he's dropped. Brown gains about 5 yards on the run. Again with the run.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat them off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence. And if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line is going to really struggle.
The stop was made by Reed.
You know, it really wasn't a horrible call that time by the defense. But anytime you have to try and stop an offense like this, in those medium yardage situations, you really have to come up in the coverage.
Ryan with the draw play.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
Passes it out. He leads. It's caught.
Matt Ryan is sort of a streaky passer. You know, when he gets into a rhythm like he seems to be doing right now, he can shred a defense.
Hands it off. Crawford is there on the tackle. Brown gains about a yard on the play. Gives to the back. Tackle is made by Crawford.
Nice call there by the defensive coordinator, coming with the outside linebacker blitz, which really put some pressure on this group up front.
Is there for the catch. And they'll lose a yard on the play.
Boy, that's just great anticipation by the defense there. They saw that play coming and were all over it.
It's no good.
I know it's tough to kick in these kinds of conditions, but more often than not, when you have a game in this kind of cold weather, it usually comes down to the play of the field goal kicker, and you can't afford to miss opportunities like that.
A couple of yards there. That'll bring up second down. Dumps it out left. Moore is there to bring him down. You can tell these guys practice that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing stories about old-time players in the NFL that literally they could go out in the pitch black and make throws and catches without really even seeing the ball. That's the kind of timing we're seeing today. Yeah, you're not going to fool this defense on plays like that very much. At least he got the ball out of there, though.
Hit as he passes. Cox picks it off. Touchdown, Ravens.
Not a good way for that drive to end. That one really needed to go the distance and put 7 points up so they could draw a little closer here in the first half. But give the defense credit for not slipping.
Up and good. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. He gets out to about the 22-yard line. We'll see what the offense does to combat their last mistake, which ended with the defense celebrating a touchdown. Gets the pass away. Bats it away.
Well, this is a guy who's known for taking some risks, but that was an unnecessary risk there. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
He goes deep this time. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick from their own 22-yard line. Here's the throw. Can't stay in bounds. Incomplete pass.
Well, you could see the receiver doing all he could to keep his feet in bounds, but that pass just let him out of bounds.
Hit and drop at the 38. The Ravens will begin this drive at the 38. Gets the pass away. Drops the sure pick.
Hey, we need to do
Donald
something.
Brown was the intended receiver on the play. Brown gets the call. Tackle was made by Williams.
Well, that time the outside linebacker came on the run blitz. They got some penetration and shut down the play.
Short pass to his left. Tipped away. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on third down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
Down in the end zone for a touchback.
The offense really needs to get something going on this series. Maybe even just a field goal on the board is enough to get them jump-started.
Here's the halfback. Tyson Jackson was there to bring him down. Jackson picks up 2 yards with the carry. Give to the tailback. Can't bring him down. Now he has room. He's down the sideline. He's knocked out at the 41-yard line.
Patience, patience, patience. Anytime you see a play broken like that, you have to allow those big blockers to pull out in front, get up in the hole, and if the running back goes too fast or gets in too big a hurry, it doesn't work. That time, his patience was the difference.
They go with the run. James Butler makes the tackle. 2-yard pickup. That brings up second down. Throws it. Almost picked. Third down coming up after that incompletion. Comes down with it. They can't bring him down.
Pretty good gain that time on the screen. Anytime you get an opportunity to throw the screen pass, it has a lot of benefits, one of which is to simply slow down that pass rush a little.
He really came through on that long-distance attempt.
You don't make a kick like that without a perfect hold and a perfect snap. But let's give this kicker some credit. That was an extraordinary effort.
Dropped at the 17. They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt. Dumps it out right.
Just a simple throw and catch for a gain of 6. That's just the kind of passing play that this offense is built around.
Brown on the handoff. Tackle was made by Langford. Brown gains about 4 yards on the play. Gets the ball away. Crawford bats it away. And the pass will fall incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
Takes it out to the 32.
The Steelers don't want to settle for 3 again. They're looking to add a touchdown this time.
Short throw to the right. The stop was made by Moore.
The Steelers got a big play that time, and they need a whole lot more of that. After beginning this game with a very pedestrian passing attack, that was good.
And this receiver just loves it when the defense is in man coverage.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than when you're coming off the ball and you know it's just you and the guy across from you. That's just good old-fashioned football, but you also know typically when you get man coverage, your quarterback is under pressure.
Wesley with his third reception. Passes the ball. He catches another.
The Steelers are having some success getting the ball down the field on this drive. This offense is clicking.
He throws right. He's there for the catch. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers go nearly 70 yards in 5 plays for the score.
Tom Brady is really just born to play this position. He has great instincts, good arm strength, throws such a nice ball, and all of his teammates really trust him. They know they can count on him to do everything within his power to win the game.
They get him at the 23-yard line. The offense takes the field, hoping to put something together after their last drive ended in a 3-and-out.
Let's go, Panther! Let's go, Panther!
They'll give it off here. Brown loses the ball. Martinez recovered it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Do you know how hard it is to scoop up one of those loose fumbles on the run, maintain possession, and get it in the end zone? What a great athletic play.
Extra point is good. Here's your sprint drive summary. Brought down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens will set up shop at the 26-yard line.
Come on, let's go! Let's dominate this! Let's go!
He throws short.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
The Ravens will take their first time out of the half. Jason Witten was the intended receiver.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's get some going now. Go!
Tackle was made by Martinez. He hasn't had a good first half at all. Just can't seem to get through this defense.
Let's go, y'all. They got you, baby. They got you.
Brown gets the ball.
Well, that's just a big run stop right there. You have a very proud defensive line that was just going to take control of that situation.
And they'll down it at the 7. The Steelers will start this drive at the 7. They give it to the tailback. Jackson picks up about 4 yards on the play.
Make a stand, D.
Let's send you to the studio for this brief halftime break.
Welcome to the halftime show. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around the league.
Here are the other scores from the first half of action. Here's a look at the top performers from around the league. Bird has rushed for over 75 yards. Here's a look at the first half stats. Both teams moved the ball very well in the first half. Pittsburgh is up by a score of 20-14. Here are the highlights from your game.
The second half is about to begin. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back to Baltimore. Pittsburgh awaits the kickoff to start the third quarter. This one's going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers will begin this drive at the 20. Here's the give. Frost was there on the tackle.
Very effective call that time by the defensive coordinator, bringing the outside linebacker a terrific way to give your defense some help in stopping the run.
Passes to his left. Still working. Did he get there? We'll have a measurement. The measurement shows us they're just inches away. It's third down now, just about the length of the football away from the first down marker. Quick dump out. Leaping catch. At the 40, down the sideline. To the 10. He's in. Touchdown.
Tom Brady really delivered the goods that time. Wow, he made the perfect choice, and now they're celebrating 6 points.
This one appeared to be on the offense.
It's coming your way. It's coming your way. This ball.
False start.
It's a big
Offense.
one now. It's a big one. To get the ball, Cole.
It looks like they'll go for 2. They'll give it off here, and they won't get the 2. Looked like the defense was expecting them to run it there.
Yeah, I don't know why when they saw that defense, they didn't try an audible out of that play. I'm sure the coaching staff felt pretty good about that play going in based on what they saw on film, but that couldn't have been what they were anticipating there.
The Ravens will set up shop at the 18-yard line. Give to the tailback. He makes his way to about the 28 before he's gang tackled. Donald Brown has had a very impressive season. He now has 1,500 yards rushing. First and 10. Ball on the 28. Throws the deep pass. Knocked down. Massaquoi was his intended target.
Let's keep him down here.
They're going to pitch it. Hit and drop behind the line.
The Ravens continue to get beat off the ball. Their linemen look tired. They're physically outmatched, and it's beginning to take a toll on these runners. I'm not sure how many more times they want to carry the ball.
Here's the deep throw. And it's knocked down. And it'll be fourth down following the pass deflection.
Well, at the end of the game, you go back and you basically say what happened on third down, and you have a pretty good indication of how that game came out. Good play by the defense.
He makes it out to the 41-yard line.
The Steelers offensively looking pretty strong right now, and they've got the look of a team who may be going in for the kill here. Too early to entirely put it away, but a touchdown would certainly be tough to overcome.
Dumps it out right.
Yeah, he put a little too much on that pass and forced the receiver to make the catch out of bounds.
Throws it short. Caught out of bounds, incomplete.
You bring a little pressure, and it impacts quarterbacks, and we saw it there.
Gets the pass off. The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up fourth down.
And those are the kind of big third down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
He fields the punt at the 16.
Really need to step it up offensively now. Either somebody come up with a big play or at least sustain a drive to keep that defense on the field for a while. A touchdown on this series would be a huge boost.
He fights forward to about the 23 before he's hit and dropped. Brown picks up 2 yards with the carry. Brown gets the ball. The stop was made by Crawford. About 4 yards on that play, and so it'll be third down.
All right, guys, all right. Set. Go.
He passes short. Witten brings in his 6th catch of the game. First down now and 10 to go. Here's the halfback. Anthony Spencer is there on the tackle. Just about 3 yards there.
Tom, that was a run blitz on that play. They brought the middle linebacker effectively filling all the gaps, and there was simply nowhere for the running back to go.
They'll give it off here. Langford is there to bring him down. Langford has been on a collision course with the ball carriers. That takedown marking his 5th tackle. Passes it. Pass is complete. Stiff arms, and he's brought down. Boulware makes it 5 catches for the game. It's 1st and 10. The pass is away.
The Steelers weren't going to go the entire game without that guy catching at least one ball. But so far, they've done a pretty good job of containing him here today.
They hand it off. He's hammered in the backfield.
The Ravens have to be frustrated with their lack of running success in this game. I mean, how many times can you get beat like that and still keep trying to hand the football off?
Passes. Moore has it.
Well, we're going to have to quit using that old cliche about cornerbacks and defensive backs not being able to catch the football. That was some play that time.
Feeds it to the back. Tackle was made by Lamar Woodley.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
4-yard gain, and that makes it 3rd down. Short throw to the right. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one. Jeremy Macklin was the intended receiver on the play. Takes it back to the 49. The Ravens suffered an interception on their last possession. He throws right. Crawford was there to bring him down. Jason Witten has 7 catches in the game.
Good pressure that time, and they forced a bad throw. Not much he could have done with the pocket collapsing like that.
Dumps it out right. Boulware with his 6th reception. Rush as he threw. Witten has been a very effective weapon in the passing game today. That last catch puts him above 100 yards.
Come on, Nat.
Ryan gives it left. He fights forward to about the 13.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
And we have a flag on the play. And that flag was thrown in the area of holding.
Don't get out of the game plan, man.
That'll bring up 2nd and long after the penalty. Throws it short. It's incomplete. Moore was defending on the play. Throws it. Can't hang on. Reed had the coverage on the play.
The intended target. Fourth down.
And it's good. Let's take a look at the sprint drive summaries. From his own goal line. He makes it to the 22. They could do nothing against this defense on their previous drive. Throws it short. Drops the easy hit. Jeremy Maclin was the intended receiver.
Get it back right now. Let's go.
Brady hands it off straight ahead.
And, Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
Man deep. Puts it up there. Watson makes the tackle. Maclin increases his receiving yardage total for the game to 100. Clearly, he came into this one ready to show his stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
So, at the end of 3, our score is the Steelers 26, the Ravens 17. The Steelers have a good shot at widening the gap even further, starting the fourth quarter deep in enemy territory. Here's the halfback.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Again, he'll get the call. The stop was made by William Moore. Jackson gets about 4 yards on the play. Short pass to his left. That pass play goes nowhere.
Let's go do this thing.
So the kicker comes out to try and put 3 points on the board. This will be about a 43-yarder. It hits the upright and goes through. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. He breaks the tackle. That was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one. They give it to the tailback.
Nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind of run, because then it sets up the play action, and there's almost no way to stop an offense if you can't stop the run and you have to deal with play action.
Grimes was there on the tackle. Seems to me that this is the time in the game where every play call for them is some type of pass.
Yeah, and really the way the game is played these days,
we got plenty of time, baby.
good enough throwing the football, you can make conservative pass calls that are essentially like running plays.
That last catch puts him over 100 receiving yards.
And one of the things I like watching about this receiver is that he understands how to read coverages. More often than not, a wide receiver has to understand reading coverages at least as well as the quarterback. Otherwise, the quarterback will see one thing and the receiver another.
Just gets that one away.
When you get that kind of pressure, a lot of times the play will result in something worse than just an incompletion.
Hit as he throws. They get him down, but the Ravens will have a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and the offense needs a touchdown to get back into this game. He's brought down at about the 7-yard line by Walker. They get 2 yards, and that will bring up second down. Martinez makes the tackle. Martinez has been on a collision course with the ball carriers. That takedown marking his 5th tackle. Tosses it out.
This guy really has some special moves, doesn't he? You can almost see the fear in the defensive player's eyes when he comes up in one-on-one situations because they know they can't get him on the ground.
Up and good. Here's your sprint drive summary. A lot of game left. 4 minutes remaining in the quarter, and our score, the Ravens 24, the Steelers 29. Grimes fields it at the goal line. Hit and dropped at the 28-yard line. The Steelers will start this drive at the 28-yard line. Jackson takes it up the middle. Lamar Woodley was there on the tackle. About 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up second down. And he caught it.
Good defense all over the field that time. They had the deep routes covered, and when they tried to dump it off to the tight end, they were on it.
Again with the run. Jackson makes the tackle. Steven Jackson has been sensational this season. That carry puts him over 1,500 yards on the ground for the year. And they got him. Well, they'll only lose a yard on the play, so I guess it could have been worse.
Good teamwork that time on the part of this defensive line. The blockers just could not get the job done.
They'll keep it on the ground again. He fights forward to about the 40 before he's dropped by a host of tackles. Jackson gets 3 yards on the play. 3rd and 9 coming up. Ball on their own 40. Feeds it to the back. Frost is there on the tackle. They get it again on 3rd down.
And that can really begin to deflate a defense when those 3rd down conversions keep coming. You can almost taste the water on the sideline, thinking you're about to get off the field, and then they convert another 1st down.
They go with a run. He gets out to about the 45-yard line. Carlos Rogers makes the tackle. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Jackson is there on the tackle. They get 2 yards.
As a quarterback, you really want to make that pre-snap read, and it's kind of hard to not see the middle linebacker. He came on the blitz that time, and sometimes you just need to get out of a play like that.
Caught and dropped.
The Steelers are getting on a bit of a roll here. Nice play calling and good execution. The defense looks a little confused right now.
And straight ahead we go with the fullback. Gains his way to the 26-yard line before several defenders bring him down. Jackson takes it counter right. He may not have gotten there. They'll measure. They didn't get it, and that's how close they are. This is the 12th play of this drive. He'll get the call again. Did he get there? We'll have a measurement.
Ain't no joker here right now. Trying to go to this ball. This ball little bit trying to get it back.
It was enough to move the chains.
Yeah, not a lot of yardage, but he did do one key thing, and that's pick up a first down.
And this is the 14th play of the drive. Again, he'll get the call. 3 yards there.
The defense did a nice job there jamming the running back, bringing the outside linebacker on a blitz. Sometimes those outside backers a little more athletic and can really help stop the run.
4th down. The kicking team will line up. This one about 42 yards away. That'll do it from M&T Bank Stadium. Stay right there for top highlights and stats.